Hello everyone, it's BigFriendlyWarGamer here as usual. It's Friday the 12th of April. I'm going to do my normal hourly ramble. Got a load of stuff lined up on my desk. Excuse the fact that I look like death warmed up, but I've been working nights again, which I'll explain more about while I'm painting. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what I've got on my desk. Right, so we're back to having lots of random stuff on the desk again. I couldn't settle on having one thing to paint, so I just thought, you know what, let's just fill it up with something and I'll be painting bits and pieces of everything. So we've got the 3 Death Guard which I've built and spray painted. Excuse me. They're to add to my Death Guard army, obviously, for my other videos. We've got a Bloodmaster for my Khorne demon army. We've got 5 bloodletters, which is this guy, and 4 at the back. 5 bloodletters. We've got a Tyrannid warrior. Like I said, this is going to be very random. It's bits and pieces of a few armies. I've got 5 Gene Stealers, as you can see there. 3 Termagants. And 5 Necron death marks. Now I keep getting these death marks out. I keep intending to paint them, and I normally put them back in my case. Not going to happen this time. They're going to get painted. I've got 2 fully painted Gene Stealers, so I know what colours I'm painting them. I've got the Death Guard Rhinos still on my desk. I haven't got anywhere to put them, so they're going to kind of sit on my desk for a little while until I get a new case, which should be in the next week or so. Got my new Citadel paint handle contraption thingy. It's for when I'm part painting models, like my World Eaters. Should make it a bit easier. It's a bit weird, but use that eventually. And the drop pod as per usual, with random other bits and pieces on my desk. I did have a little bit of a tidy up, not very thorough, but ended up with all this on my desk. So I'm going to set my camera up and we're going to get to painting. Right, so I already started painting a little bits of these. All the Tyrannids have got their first layer of their pink on their skin. I shaded all the bloodletters and stuff. But what I'm going to start with today is doing the second layer on the Tyrannid skins, while I'm rambling, as I normally do. So yeah, I started my new job properly on Tuesday. So tonight will be my fourth night of 7, and I've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off next week. So it's quite likely I'll do my ramble on Thursday next week. No, I could do it Friday. It won't really make a difference. I'm at work tonight, but I don't start till 10:30. It's just coming up to 3 o'clock now. Job's going perfectly fine. I'm fitting in quite well. I think I'm fitting in quite well. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of pushing, because the job's not the most exciting, but I don't mind, it's fine. So we've got my big brush here, my grade 3 Winsor Newton brush. I'm just going to be going over the skin again. This is Screamer Pink, it's a layer paint. Most of it's not, it's base paint, but I find it needs a couple of coats rather than just one. So yeah, so it's been a good week. Adjusting back to the sleeping pattern has been a bit awkward, but I'm slowly getting there. It's just adjusting back to sleeping during the day again. But I'll get there. It's a 6-month contract I've got, and then we'll see where things go after that. But yeah, it's generally been quite good. I mean, I've had the few times when I'm struggling to stay awake. I wouldn't say I'm falling asleep as such, but I'm really pushing myself to stay awake. And then the other day I had to kind of run for my morning bus, but that's okay. The problem is with the buses, if I miss my bus when I'm due to get it, I've got to wait 20 minutes or more for another one. And that's not something you want to be doing when you're tired. You don't want to be sitting waiting for a bus. But yeah, it's going fine. I'm getting to know people. Just never believe other companies when they say you can't get a better job. I mean, I'm better paid in this one. I'm not taken for an idiot and treated like an idiot. So it's a nice change. I mean, the 3 nights that I've done so far, I've come home and I've been actually quite in a good mood. It's, if you remember what I was like in my old job, that never happened. I come home and I was moaning and stuff all the time, which some people see these videos as me moaning a lot. They're really not. It's just me voicing my feelings and my thoughts rather than bottling everything up like I used to. But yeah, it'll be another week or so until I start seeing the money, so to speak. But that's alright. I'll start making plans and doing stuff with all my wages. I really do need a new laptop. My laptop's really showing its old age. It's 10 years old now, so get a new laptop at some point. I'm going to learn to drive, even though that was my promise nearly 2 years ago now, but I am going to learn to drive. Get my passport sorted. Maybe even have a holiday at some point. Who knows? I think next week, I believe Avengers Endgame comes out this week, but I could be wrong. So I might go and watch it next week, even if it's by myself. Who cares? Get a time middle of the day when all the kids are at school, and yeah, just go and watch something in the cinema by myself. Or I could even do it late at night. It wouldn't make a difference really. Right, so that's a Tyrannid warrior with his full base coat on. He's got 2 layers of it now. Now, how I paint my Tyrannids, I think you might have seen it before. I paint Screamer Pink twice. I shade it with Caribou Crimson, and then I go over with Screamer Pink again. And that's it. That's the flesh colours for them. Don't do any more than that. Gives them quite a wet, pinky look, which is exactly what I was going for with my Tyrannids. These guys don't want to stay on their cork bases, but it's alright. I'll get there eventually. So yeah, so with with me working these hours, I have got some free time before I go to work, but I can't do what I used to. That is fine. Got to get used to that. But my painting will obviously slow down a bit. And I know that, but it's okay because I made a big push at the start of the year. I'm up to 91 fully painted models, and it's only coming up to the middle of February, April. So I'm well on course to hit my 200 model target and go beyond that, I reckon. I think I'll go well beyond that 200 target this year. I mean, I did a bit last year. I was aiming for 250 and then didn't quite make it. I think I was on 248 or something last year. So if I hit that 250, that'd be nice. But if I don't, then I've still got models painted, so it's not a problem. And I'm trying to. Right, let's take this off because it's bugging me. I need more blue tack. I'm trying to buy less stuff than I paint, and so far I'm doing quite well. I know I've got the Shadow Spear set. Excuse me, which is roughly about 40 models, and I got a few bits at the Heresy Weekender, but I've painted 91 so far, so I'm well above my painting target. My painting bracket is above my buying bracket, so I mean, it's been difficult because all the Chaos Space Marine releases that have come out, and I haven't bought any of them. I really do want to, but I'm stopping myself. A bit of self-control is good sometimes. I mean, I've shown over the years that I've got self-control with the whole. I put myself on model buying bans and stuff like that, haven't I? So what I'm going to have to do is just finish this guy off, and I'm just going to have to take a quick break because I believe my parents are back with shopping, so I've got to help unload the car and put the shopping away again. So yeah, just going to finish this guy quickly, and I'll only be I'll be about 20 minutes probably. Need some more blue tack on his base as well. But yeah, the sleeping pattern, I mean, I'll get there. It's difficult. It's always been difficult for me to go back to nights after I've been off for a while, but I'll get there. Just need to find my rhythm. Right, so I'm going to cut the camera there for a minute, or for a little while, and I will be back in a bit. Right, well, turns out that wasn't my parents, that was some other people pulling up in a car. So I should be able to get my full hour done without interruptions now. So what I'm going to quickly do is just put some more blue tack on this guy. The gene stealers should be fine, they don't need it, I don't think. But the termagants kind of seem to need an abundance of blue tack on their holders to keep them in place. So there we go. Right. So more Screamer Pink. Load up the palette again. So yeah, so I've got like I said, I've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off. Now, I may try something that I haven't done in quite a long time and try and go to the gym either on Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know yet. A friend of mine keeps saying about that I should go to the gym with her, so I might do. Force myself a little bit. But I need to buy a pair of trainers because I don't own any trainers, so yeah, I just don't wear trainers because I wear walking boots. So yeah, I'm gonna have to buy a pair of trainers, but that's not a problem. And obviously, well, I don't need shorts. I've got shorts. But we'll see. I mean, I've never really liked the idea of going to a gym, but I need to do something. I know I've put on a lot of weight since I left work, and I know that I want to get it shifted, so I guess that's the kind of best way to do it. The job will help as well. Excuse me, my throat's a bit froggy today, as it normally is anyway. But I need to do something a bit more than just work to shift it, so yeah, I'm going to give it a go. Even if it's just once, at least I can say that I've given it a go. So you may look at this, what I've got on my desk, and ask why the randomness. Firstly, my hobby butterfly. I'm quite known for not sticking to one project, to flutter between this thing and that thing. And this kind of hits that quite well. Secondly, why some Tyranids, and why not all Tyranids and stuff? Well, these are all the Tyranids that I have left undercoated. I've got one warrior which is missing arms, who is part undercoated, so I could have done him as well, but I didn't. But yeah, this is all the Tyranids that I have left undercoated. I've got a load more that I need to get undercoated, but I don't plan on getting to them just yet. And I mean, it'd be nice if I could get all of them finished, but I'm not banking on doing that. Tyranids are an army that I've always had like on the back burner. Then I've never considered them like my primary army or anything. So getting them done in bits and pieces is good. The Necron Immortals death marks were purely because I continuously get these models out, and I plan to do them, and I don't. So, excuse me. So yeah, so I really want to get them done this time. And they're no different to my other Necron models that I paint, so just paint them the same way. And then obviously the Death Guard I want to get painting for my New Year, New Army series. That's coming on quite well. The Rhinos are finished like I showed you. I can't remember what it was I actually painted last Friday when I did this. I think I was starting on the Contemptor, but I could be wrong. Contemptor got finished. The Rampager that I had on my desk was finished as well. So more World Eaters completed. I find some people can stick to one project, and I can't. I like to chop and change and make things so you're not painting the same colour scheme for months. Chop and change is good. I think that arm's going to come off at some point, but I'll deal with that when it does. Now these Gene Stealers, some of them are quite old models. Not this one, this is quite a new one. But the other 4 are from Space Crusade. So they are quite old models. Which is why I've got 2 fully painted ones up there. Because one's an old one, one's a new one. Just reminds me how I'm actually painting them. So I'm painting Tyranids for a while now, so I always find when you've been not painting an army for quite a long time, having something that's fully painted and ready to go on your desk is quite a good thing. Just reminds you to how you were painting them. So yeah, right. So he's done. See, the blood letters, basically what I did to them was they're sprayed red, and they've had Agrax Earthshade all over shade on them. So they've not had a lot done really, but I'm going to dry brush them, and then I'm going to just do the detailing. And again, why blood letters? Well, because I want to. I started a Khorne army last year purely because I wanted to be able to play all 3 main game systems at the club, no matter what, with one army basically. And to some extent I can do that. Like the heresy stuff is a bit up in the air, but I can. I could definitely play AOS with these Khorne Demons, and I could play 40k with Khorne Demons. So yeah, I'll see about making a 30k list using my demons, because at the moment they're just 40k. They're just demons in name. In 30k, sorry, heresy. There's no actual models for them. There's no guidelines of how to build them or anything. Just they say just make what you want. So I would go with a Cornish kind of army. It's very close combat orientated. And yeah, hope should be able to fit them in. Tell you what, let's pan that camera up a little bit. That's a bit better. I know I've been rambling away for what, 20 minutes or whatever now, but just noticed the camera was pointing a bit down and it shouldn't have been. So right, so second Gene Stealer done. What, 3 more? I mean, I've got plans of what I would like to do after I've completed what I've got on my desk today. I want to get my Blackstone Fortress set finished. And I can look at getting the Amble built and painted as well before the next set comes out. I got the Amble for my birthday at the beginning of March, and haven't really done much with it yet. But I will get there. See, with this whole paint more than I buy a thing. I'm not including models that I bought for me. So, like Christmases and birthdays, it doesn't count. So, like I said, I'm doing quite well. I haven't bought a lot this year. Haven't been able to buy a lot this year because of money and stuff, but that's the reason. But let's just see if I can control myself when I'm earning money, which I should be able to. It's not too hard. I mean, I was saying when I was painting in Games Workshop on Sunday, I was saying about I would like a mastodon for my Blood Angels. So that would still just be one model. It's a big model, don't get me wrong, but it would still just be one. So that's that guy finished. I've got two more. See, even now I want to kind of just lay these down and do something else, but I'm pushing through. It's just sometimes you just need that little bit of a push. Now, this video is going to be uploading while I'm at work tonight, hopefully, and I'm going to carry on painting even after I'm done recording the video. I'm going to try and get a couple of hours painting under my belt for tonight. Even if I don't complete models, just getting progress done on them is good. So I didn't paint anything yesterday because my sleeping pattern was really off, and I did very little on Wednesday. And I actually haven't updated the Death Guard stuff since Wednesday either, so I need to do a bit of work on them tonight. So I'm trying to work out when my next set of Conquest is going to come, but they're so random, you just never know. So I'm just going to wait for it. When it comes, it comes. I'm in no rush for it. I can't even remember what's in it. What Death Guard stuff will be in it this year, this month. Or if there is any Death Guard stuff in it, I really can't remember. Might be the bloat drone. But who knows? We'll find out in a week or two. So I should have enough paint on this palette just to finish that last Gene Stealer. Then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the shade on all of them. Oh, I haven't got enough paint on it. I'll do the shade on all of them and move on to something else. So yeah, the shade will take a while to dry, so I'll just leave it there with these ones. I can move on to say the Death Guard probably. Yeah, definitely need more paint on my palette. Again, Screamer Pink is one of them colours that I'm running really low on, so I'm going to have to buy some probably this week, especially if I'm painting Tyranids again, since the majority of the colour scheme is pink. So I'll just leave that in there. I know I don't need a lot, so just try and just put a little bit on the palette rather than bucket loads like I normally do. That should be fine. So yeah, the bloodletters were annoying because all their swords, when they're in their cases, their swords will bend. So I had to bend all of them back into shape, but that's alright. Decided to try and enter the doubles tournament thing that the club's running. Basically it's you start with a 750 point army and you get paired with someone and you fight doubles games. No, I don't mind that. It sounds okay, except that I've got to be up and out early because I'm working that night and I'm working the night before as well, so kind of got to be at it early. See if I can organise a lift to the club or something. We'll see. That's it's not next week, it's the week after, I think. So yeah, by then I should have my sleeping pattern all set, and then I'll go and mess it all up again because I've got training one week and I've got the tournament at the club the week after, the week before, and of course the drawing for the doubles, the pairing is totally blind. So I have no idea who or what I'm going to be paired to. That's alright. Right, so let's put these back on here. So I can kind of guess which order I've painted them in. So I don't go hitting the one that's freshly painted with the ink first. Obviously the Tyranid Warrior will be done first. Not until I've cleaned my palette. So yeah, basically what I'm going to do is while I'm still painting, I'm going to watch SmackDown. I watched WrestleMania last weekend. It was good. I was falling asleep through the later end of it though. I still remember the match. I think I remember the matches. I know the outcomes, but I don't remember the matches, to be honest. But it's annoying. You used to be able to record pay-per-views, and now they don't let you. Right, so we want Carroburg Crimson as our shade. So we've got, give it a good shake. Got plenty of this, but it still needs a good shake. And we're just going to apply this across all of the pink that I've just painted. So I've got my big shade brush. And make sure not to knock this pot over. So I have done it. I knocked a non-oil pot over the other week. This is quite a heavy shade. You don't need to go light on this. Especially since you're kind of reapplying the pink over it later, so you want to just hit all the recesses really. Yeah, WrestleMania was good, it was just way too long. It was see, wrestling pay-per-views used to be 3 hours long, maybe 4 at a push, but now you have 2 hours of the pre-event show, which they still had 4 matches in that, and then it was 5.5 hours. And it feels way too long. It's, as much as it is nice to get all these storylines resolved and whatever, but It's just way too long. And there's bits of it that, like in one of the matches, the Randy Orton AJ Styles match, there's one bit where randomly the whole crowd cheers really loud. It wasn't until watching some blooper videos online and stuff you find out it's because they decided to put these big spotlights on the ring, which meant the crowd that was there didn't really get to see anything, so you couldn't see that on TV, so you couldn't tell. But it's Randy Orton kind of milked it. He doesn't get very many cheers, I don't think. Right, that's the Tyranid Warrior shaded. Let's start on the Termagants now. Again, these are just an all-over shade. You don't have to be too careful with this, because the only colour that's currently down is the Screamer Pink. And the Cantor Blue, when it goes down, will cover any areas that you messed up with Screamer Pink, so you really don't have to worry about being too careful. And sometimes it's nice to be able to just splurge paint on models like this. We spend so long doing like edge highlights and really fine details and stuff. That's just sometimes just going all out and putting loads of paint on a model is quite nice. Just seeing a bit of the hand that I've missed to paint. So I'm going to have to go back and do that eventually. Not till I've finished all the inking, shading, sorry. So yeah, for this doubles thing I'm taking Necrons, sticking with my Mephrit dynasty. I just figured that I'll take big blocks of warriors that at 750 points people are going to struggle to actually wipe the squads out, so and then when you play doubles, a lot of the times people aren't used to playing doubles matches. Excuse me. Oh, should really go and get a drink. I might do that in a minute. People aren't used to playing in teams, so they still play their army as if they're all that's on the battlefield, without communicating to their partner. And oh yeah, I'm gonna have to. Right, well, I'm gonna finish this guy and I'm gonna go and get a drink quickly because it's my throat's really dry. So I was talking about doubles, yeah. I will try to remember that when I come back, and I will be back in a moment. Right, coughing fit hopefully done with. Get back to shading these guys. I've got about 20 minutes left on my video, so who knows what else I might get done. But so yeah, talking about the doubles, 40k is mostly played one-on-one, so some people don't do well in doubles because it's bringing a different element into the game, communication and stuff. Some people just don't do communication very well. The thing I'm worried about It's like I know I can be a little bit overpowering sometimes, and I wouldn't want to just take charge of the team, so to speak. But it all depends on who I'm paired with, and I won't find that out till I turn up on the day. So yeah, it'll be a different thing. It'll be I've played doubles before, so I used to like playing group games where you play with more than one person per side. I quite like that, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem for me. So that's the last of the termagants shaded. Now it's the Gene Stealers. So I was considering taking something totally different, taking like either a Tyranid army or, you know, something else, maybe some Imperial Guard, something like that, but decided to stick with Necrons because why not? My last tournament outing with them was so bad that I figure I can't get any worse. So yeah. I hope it can't get worse. It probably can. But I've also got to work the following night, so might have to bow out kind of a little bit early, but that'll be fine. So yeah, with me working, I haven't been able to really catch up on much of the YouTube stuff. So I haven't watched any battle reports this week. I think they did a sit and paint with Peachy and Duncan. I haven't watched that yet. Hoping to get to them over the weekend maybe while I'm painting, but I don't know. Have to wait and see. But I've also got football on this weekend and Formula 1 on this weekend, so just have to see. I think the Formula 1's at early hours because it's in China, I think. So when I get up, I can just stick that on. And the Man U games is like at 5 o'clock or something, so I can watch that, have dinner, get showered and whatever, and go to work. So kind of works out okay. I mean, I watched most of the Man U Barcelona game. I missed the last 10 minutes. And it was disappointing because like we were all over Barcelona. We just could not score a goal. Which is annoying because I don't think we'll get that again at Nou Camp, which is Barcelona Stadium. So is what it is though. We lost 1-0, so it's not it's a comeback we've got to do, but we've got to do it again like we did against PSG. Yeah, we'll see. Who knows what happens. This is the thing, football, people say about why bother with football, it's boring, blah blah blah. It's the excitement that gets me, because it's like wargaming. You just don't know what's going to happen. It's a random element. So yeah, that's why I love football. I mean, we could go to Barcelona and we could absolutely hammer them 3 or 4-0. Not likely, but it could happen. We just don't know. Sometimes having that random element in life is really quite a big thing. So I mean, I've always loved football, so I always will. People, especially people who do my hobby, sometimes they talk it down and they say what a waste of time and blah blah, but I'm like, yeah, to you it might be, not to me. But yeah, I'm like I said, I've got plans now that I'm working again. I'm going to give it a couple of weeks, and well, not a couple of weeks. My shift is 7 on 3 off, 7 on 4 off. So when I'm on my 4 off, the Friday I'm going to go and get my new laptop. Because then it gives me like the whole weekend to get it up and running and stuff like that. So I'm imagining that it's going to be quite different to my current laptop, which is, like I said, 10 years old. So it just bugs me now how I was talking to one of the guys at the club about this, that you don't buy anything anymore when it comes to computing. Everything is subscription. So you go into PC World or whatever and you buy Photoshop products so you can edit videos. It's like you pay it for a year, then you got to pay it again. I don't understand why they're doing that. They do the same with Norton's. You can't just go up and buy Norton's. You buy a subscription for a year. If that's the case, why are they selling it in a box? What's the point? But computer age. Yeah, and I'm going to be looking for a computer that will play games reasonably well as well, or very well even. So I want to start playing the like Warhammer Total War and Battlefield Gothic, the games that I've missed out on because my laptop just won't run them. I've just got to find a PC World that the guys selling the products know what they're talking about, because it doesn't happen very often just of late, because the people in there seem to be a bit thick. Right, so that's all my Tyranids shaded. So what I think I'm going to do is start picking out colours on the Death Guard, so I can start looking at getting them shaded as well. Alright, like I said, I've only got a little while left, which is about 10 minutes now. But in that time, I can get a little bit done. Putting all the Tyranids back in their places. Put them in their place. So I think what I'm going to start with is all the horns and bony growths on the Death Guard. So we're going to start with Xandri Dust. As usual, put a little bit on the palette and we'll go from there. Now, I'm not going to do a lot on these guys, not until after I've cut the camera and start uploading the video. Purely because I'm nearly out of time, but it's okay. So we've got Xandri dust, a little bit more water in that. I think that'll do. As always, this will be 2 coats. It's just a case of picking out the detail that I want to be bone coloured. So on this guy, he's got quite a big bones growing out of his shoulder. If I get these guys to a stage where I'm ready to shade them tonight, I'll be quite happy with that. Which I should do, because like I said, I'm going to stick some wrestling on and just paint away while I'm waiting for my parents to finish their shopping. So that's them bits done. It doesn't look like there's any more bony growth areas on this one. Some tentacles, but that's fine. Right, so I'll put that one down and I can come back to it and do a second coat in a minute. Should really paint any skulls as well. So he's got some skulls on his wrist mount. I think that's it. Yeah. So this guy, he's got some skulls on his shoulder. I think that's it, to be honest. No, hold on. So I have a thing with my Death Guard. Their toe pieces on their boots is made to look like it's almost like a horn. So it's painted this bone colour as well. Not a horn, a hoof. That's it. But yeah, the whole tiredness thing, I mean, I'll get over it eventually. Just in case I get my sleeping pattern back into my normal routine again. But that's probably the hardest part of this job, is getting into a sleep pattern. Right, okay, so that's number 2 done with the bone colour. Number 3 definitely has a horn or a bony growth on his. Let's do that bone. It'll look quite cool. And he's got lots on his leg. He's got a hell of a lot on his leg. That's alright. So yeah, my painting is coming on slowly now. Like I said, I'm ahead of where I want it to be for the year. Painted 91. My target was supposed to be 200. So I'm nearly halfway there already. I'm just going to keep going. Get some painting in when I can. Even if it is only just an hour a day. At least it's a bit of progress. Lots of spiky bits on these Death Guard. As they should have, because they're chaos. But there you go. So, I think that's about that as well. There's no skulls or anything anywhere. Not that there is. Oh, and his shoulder pad, of course there is. Right, so that's them base coated. I'm going to call the video there. I'm feeling quite tired at this point. So yeah, so I'm going to cut the camera right now. Right, so not a huge lot done today, but progress is progress. I'm going to quickly just show you what I've done, and then I'll say my goodbyes. Right, so all the Tyranids, including this warrior, are now shaded. Zoom, so it focuses better. All shaded, ready for their final highlight on their flesh, and I can start on the carapace. And the only other thing I've done is you can see the bone colour, not very well. Probably needs a second coat on these 3 Death Guard. But yeah, there we go for a week. Hoping to have some of this cleared off the desk by next week. I'm pretty sure I will. But yeah, thank you very much if you've listened to me rambling like I always do. Throw me a subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. I may be doing a little subscriber giveaway in the next month or two. And yeah, thank you very much for listening and watching, and I will see you all very soon.